Hey guys, my name is Lauren and welcome to my YouTube channel, Fluent in Food. Make sure you click on my logo below to subscribe to our channel and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter to keep up with our awesome eats. Thank you guys so much for watching and enjoy the video. So I'm here at the Steakhouse in Miami Beach, and I'm going to be doing my first interview ever with the executive chef here, Vauthy. I'm going to be asking him a little bit about the South Beach Seafood Fest and what he's going to be serving at the festival, and a little bit about how he became a chef and how he's gotten to where he is today. See you inside. Fried lobster tail. Fried lobster tail. It's kind of an off the menu.
That's just the meat from the lobster. So we're gonna use
we're
gonna use the shell. It's kind of our bowl.
Okay.
We're gonna fry the pieces in there, and then we're gonna put a little bit of a lemon crown, a little piece of parsley sprig.
So I'm about to try the fried lobster that we just made in the kitchen. I'm gonna dip it in the sweet chili sauce that he served it with. It looks really good. Let's see. It's really tasty. I like it. So we just finished eating an amazing meal at the Steakhouse. We had the fried lobster that I showed you, some filet mignon that was just like out of this world, some sides, mac and cheese, risotto, and some really good dessert that I forgot to take video of because I got too excited because I love dessert. But we got a key lime pie, cheesecake, and some little donuts. Fantastic. And now I'm about to interview Chef Peter, so I'm going to ask him a few questions, like I mentioned before, about his roots, how he became a chef, and what kind of stuff he's going to be serving at the South Beach Seafood Fest. This is my first interview. I've never interviewed anyone before, so. But I wanted to ask you a little bit, like your background, like how you became a chef. Your hometown kind of has affected your cooking and stuff like that.
I kind of became a chef the long way. I went to college first, went to graduate school.
Okay.
Was working on some postgraduate work, and I went to Washington, D.C. to look for a job. And I interviewed with a certain senator, who I won't say his name, and his assistant basically told me I'd been bringing him coffee for 3 years before I did anything meaningful. So I walked out pretty dejected, and my mother said to me, "You always loved to cook. You should consider going to culinary school." And there was a school around the corner from where my mom lived. So I stopped in and met with the chef, and he said, "I have one spot open in my next class. It starts in 2 weeks." So I was living in the Midwest at the time. I went back home, packed up everything, moved.
Wow.
So that was it. I worked in DC for a while, and then I moved to Cleveland and got involved with this restaurant group, and then kind of moved up and became partner and became the chef that started the Red Concept and things like that. But as far as like cooking background, I grew up in a multi-generational household. Both my great-grandmother, my great-aunts were all around. They all had come from Italy. They all cooked all the time. So I grew up around a lot of great food, but it never kind of struck with me to become a chef till later on, and it became what it is today. So I love what I do. I love cooking. I love the atmosphere. I'm kind of a night owl, so being here at nighttime is not a problem. Yes.
That's awesome. And so So why Miami when you like started working with Red? Did they send you here? Did you choose
Well,
to
it was that was our second location. The first location was in Cleveland, and then our second location was here. So my other two partners had wives and kids and whatever else, and I didn't. So off to Miami I went. At first I was like, didn't want to go, but now like Miami's now it's my home. I've kind of made my mark here, and my reputation as a chef. So I love Miami. Like, the Winters and I are broken up. We have a restraining order against each other. Yeah, if I want to see cold, I go see it because I want to see it, not because I have to live in it. So,
Right.
And Miami has grown a lot in the 10 years I've been here. I love where I am. I love what I do. I love the people that are here. I love to meet people from all over the world here all the time. And I was born in New York City. That's kind of how New York is. So summertime, a lot of South Americans, and then in the springtime you get a lot of Europeans, and then you get people from New York coming down in in December, and then you have people from all over the world here. So I love the melting pot aspects of it. Kind of influences my cooking sometimes, and that's what I love.
So you add like some Miami flair to.
Yeah, we're we have an empanada on the menu this week.
Okay.
Right, and when I was in Cleveland, empanada was not.
Yeah, what is that?
There would be a pierogi, but an empanada we have a Kobe beef empanada on the menu this week for Miami Spice. So that's what has become of my cooking. Or maybe getting in whole fish and frying them and doing them like Thai style because of something else I've seen or whatever else. So that's the fun part of having different people in here all the time asking for different things. I like to please people. I want to make sure that they come in and they leave here saying that's the greatest whatever I ever had, and if I do that, then I've won for the day.
You're like really present on social media. What do you think about like what social media has done to the culinary industry like in the past few years?
There's a good and a bad to it, but I mean there's a good and bad to everything.
Right.
The good parts is I get to meet people like yourself. I had a guy who came in for dinner last weekend because I've been following you on social media. I've been in Asia for the last 2 years. I came back to the United States and I came here to eat. He drove down from Orlando to come eat at Red. So people can see my food that wouldn't necessarily see it. I have a lot of people that follow me on my Instagram from all over the world. I can see their food, they can see mine. So, and again, I get to expose myself and my food to people who may never even see it.
Right.
And that's just that's the great part of the social media thing, that we have the ability to reach out to people that we never, ever would have been able to see before.
Exactly.
I have friends chef friends, and chef communities are very small. So when I'm going to Hawaii next month, and the chefs there waiting for me to come. If I ever went to like the South Pacific, I have a chef friend in the Maldives waiting for me to come there.
Okay.
If you ever came here, that's the power of social media. We get to connect with people, and we ask questions of each other on stuff that you never could do before.
Right.
And now I can grab my phone, I can Google something, and something comes up. Someone asks me a question about something. Before I'd be like, I'll go get a cookbook out. You still use your cookbook, you still can go out and you can find people, connect with people, and the connection's the best part of all social media.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about the Sophie Seafood Fest. So how does Red, the steakhouse, fit in with seafood? I know we tried some awesome seafood today.
And the steak end of my business is the easiest.
Okay.
Seafood's a lot harder.
Right.
So I have to work a lot harder to get the right seafood in, but I love it. I grew up on the ocean. I was always fishing when I was a young kid with my grandfather, getting clams, mussels, fish, whatever else. And even here, I have a fishmonger that he'll call me from the boat saying, Chef, I got fresh tuna, you want some? And then a couple hours later, it's in my back door. So that's the fun part of the seafood end of the business. Seafood Festival, I've done it since its inception, and I've been there. I'm a judge this year, so I get to kind of judge these dishes, and there's going to be a couple other chefs with me. Before they had some kind of personalities doing it now, and they want chefs to do it. So they're going to be. I always do something crazy, whole king crabs and things that I would bring in. So I appreciate being a judge. I'm looking forward to it. Hey, after on Saturday we'll be serving things. We're probably doing the fried lobster that you had tonight. We're probably going to be doing that on the Saturday event. On Friday, I'll be judging, and we'll see what else. We're probably doing the tuna poke too as well on Saturday. So if you're there, you come by and try it.
Yeah, I'll definitely be there.
Please.
And then one last question. What would you say is the biggest challenge running a kitchen?
It's the people.
The people.
The personalities. People all the time will say, you have any kids? I'll say no. I said, well, actually I do. I've got 50 kids. All the people here, they look to you, you're the chef, solve your problems, listen to you when they need something to listen to. to develop people, and I've done a great job with developing people. My kitchen crew is great. I wouldn't trade them for anything. So that's the biggest challenge. But I think it's the biggest challenge in any business.
Right.
It's people. That's the challenge me every day, making sure. But I have like a good crew. I love my crew, and they know that I would do anything for them. Whatever they need from me, I'm there for them.
Alright, so everyone, that is Chef Peter. You guys will see him judging and serving us really good food at Sophie Seafood Fest, so you guys should go there. Thank you so much.
Thank you.